Welcome back, welcome back. I just seen this skit, so I want to talk about it. Made me think of some things.
Can a woman say, I want to give the child up for adoption?
Sure.
Why can't a man?
Because there is a child in the world and the mother's taking responsibility
No, but
for it.
let's say there's a child, let me just stay with this for a second. There's a child born. The man impregnated the woman bore the child for 9 months, carried the child for 9 months. Now the child is born. The woman says, I don't want to pay for that child. I don't want to spend time with that child. I've got to get on with my college, with my life, or something else. I'm not ready to have a child. And so I'm giving it up for adoption. Is a woman allowed to say that?
Yes.
Even though there's a child in the world saying, I don't want responsibility.
Not be responsible.
If a woman can say, I don't want responsibility, is a man allowed to say, I don't want responsibility?
I think not if the woman is keeping responsibility for the child, then I think the man has to have some responsibility,
Excuse me.
minimally.
Pardon me.
Why don't you wait till I'm finished?
Your sexism,
Then I
your
think-
sexism is showing.
Then I think
Sexism is
minimally.
showing.
The
Needs
woman
a
say,
child.
I want to give the child up for adoption.
Hopefully you can hear that. If you didn't, I'll repeat a little bit and talk about it anyway. But it was an old Jerry Springer clip, and it was him speaking to a feminist about if women have the right to say after they have the baby, I don't want this baby no more. I don't want it. I don't want to be a mother. I'm giving it up for adoption, and that's that. And then the state takes over. Now, I also want to add in abortion, because I brought that up in my last video. I didn't really talk about it. And I seen this video, triggered me to back to that conversation. Now, women also have the right to terminate the pregnancy if they don't want to be a mother. Now, I'm not agreeing with termination or adoption. I believe if you have a kid, you have a kid. Now, there are the weirdest situations, like the grape. I don't know, besides that, like if it ain't forced pregnancy, then I don't care to think of another reason. If it ain't forced, then you shouldn't be doing that. Now, adoption, I don't really agree with adoption either, but I know that I live in a world where, like, you have stupid people having children. So if you have babies having babies, somebody, so I understand why somebody that's less off or mentally unstable, financially unstable, there's many reasons a person's going to want to give their kid away. But if we actually had families like back in the day, you would at least be able to give, like Aunt Susie, or there was always somebody in the family that didn't have kids or can't have kids, and you could have gave it to them, or the grandmother. Like, that was the go-to thing. What I've always heard of was you give it to grandma, and then, or you give, things have changed so much. And I'm not even old. Like, if women have the right to literally kill terminate your baby or give it away, right? And I say your baby because that's where it comes out of. See, we've been tricked into being told over and over, the women, it's her baby, it came out of her. No, that's my baby. That's my sperm, all grown up. It's not your kid. That's my property. It came out of me. I just put it into you so you can give birth to my creation, our creation. Because you are needed for it, that gives you right over the creation. You have say-so. But you shouldn't have all the say-so. You didn't create it by yourself. And you damn sure don't want to take care of it by yourself. So, things have gone so crazy lately with society and everything. I see the craziest shit about to start happening because, like I said, I brought up that abortion thing because I just recently was told it from a co-worker or somebody told me about it, and I was like, wow, they're really gonna stop abortion? Now, I believe we live in a really wicked world where it's always about some money or some type of bullshit, right? But like I said in my last video, you need people to do the regular jobs. And if the birth rates on the United States is dwindling because majority of us are not being married, we're not having the 3.5 kids and all of that shit, we're just staying single and having these added child wedlock kids and stuff. But as those generations get older now, the party generation, that shit's coming to an end. The 60s, the 30s, you know, when the 60s, the revolution and all that, that shit lasted all the way up till now. This is what nobody sees. And now that it's been like a good couple of years of the bullshits, we all see the results of that lifestyle. A bunch of fucked up individuals in their minds and broken homes and all of that. And from what I realize about reality is, bad people want to live too. And they need your dumb ass. They need us to be here. Like everybody's always, who cares? Anyway, they need us to be here. So I believe that's why they're going to change the law with the abortion thing, because they let you women go wild. If women only knew how many babies are killed every day, if you men only knew. See, that's what changed me a lot. When I started looking up the numbers and all this shit that we think we know and we don't realize. If black women only knew how many they kill every year, I literally believe it would begin to stop. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But I do know this. If they give men the power to have the same choices, which I believe that's what's gonna happen. Because, it ain't gonna be a good thing. Like, I believe, it's either gonna go two ways. Either they're gonna make it where no one can do it, or they're gonna make it not right away. I don't believe they'll give men the right, but more and more men are, realizing we gotta go through the law to get things done. So if men ever get these laws passed, that's a problem. Pardon me. But yeah, like I was saying, if they let men get that power, a lot lot of men are gonna be souped up. Like, yeah, man, I ain't getting caught up, bro. And it's a good thing. Like, I really do feel like it's a good thing in that way. But it ain't a good thing, because like I said, I don't believe in either one. So when you give all these knucklehead ass niggas out here the power of life and death, like these women, what do you think they're gonna choose? That just means more and more babies are gonna get done dirty. Because men will just be running around and just be like, nah, fuck that. Doesn't matter if I slip up or not. I could just be like, no, you have to. I have the right. You know what I mean? Or another one I keep hearing about, they're making male, whatever the fuck. You know how like women take the pill, the after morning pill and all of that shit? And then it kills the sperm. I heard they're making something like that for men. Like, this shit is out of control. Like, I get it. I feel people. I understand. You don't want to have a kid. The sweet, watery guts feel so good, you don't want to pull out. Trust me. Trust me when I say I know what you mean. But trust me when I say you'll regret it. And it's just gonna turn shit really I don't know if they'll actually do these things, but I know when I was younger I said half of this shit that I see now, I remember saying, nah, that ain't gonna happen. I remember older people telling me certain things are gonna happen and you won't believe it until the shit happens. Like, perfect example, never ever in a million years would I ever thought that I'd be able to look across that water and look at New York and not see the Twin Towers. Never. I always thought like that was something that probably millions of people before me did. And they died, and they, you know what I mean? Like, you go down to the little coastline or whatever with your girlfriend, and you're hanging out, or your boys, you're drinking when you're 16 and all that. You think that thing is gonna be there forever. But shit changes. Now, like I said, if they actually give men this power, that's gonna be bad for babies. That's gonna be even more generations just destroyed, because we already know how most men feel about, you know, getting the wrong woman pregnant. We are automatically like, no. I have the same thought process. Like, I've been there where I had the scares, and you're like, oh my God, please don't let this happen. Please, you literally, you act like you don't believe in God, but when some shit like that happen, you sure do talk. You sure do start praying, and you're looking around like, please help me. I'll do anything. Don't let me get trapped. That shit is fucking crazy. Not realizing we could probably be like, you know, bringing in people that actually save us. Actually help us. Who knows? You don't know what your kid will be. I know I don't. Like, my father left me. I'm more than likely sure he probably thought in his head, like, you know, she's wailing out or whatever. I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't get no information on that like many of us. We don't even know why our fathers left. We don't even get no type of story. Well, we get the story. He's a piece of shit. He was a bad man. He cheated and he did this and he did that. See, a lot of you, like me, I used to fall for that shit. And then I grew up and realize, like, wait up, I am my father. I'm not that bad of a guy. I'm an asshole. I do some fucked up shit like anybody else in the world, but I am not a bad guy. So you start questioning things, and you start hitting them with questions like, ever since I was little,
Hello, my friend. How are you?
how you doing, man? You always make me feel like you right, like you got the answers, right? That's how they do you. And then you ask them, well, because every mother will batter their son with, I have the intuition and I knows better. You need to listen to me. I knows things. I know people. I can read people. And you look at them like, wait up, you can read people so well and all this. How the fuck you ain't read my father was a piece of shit that was gonna abandon you? You didn't see that coming? You can read so well. And Ma, I love you. This ain't a diss, but it's the truth. We all fall victim, so I get it. But like I said, it makes me think. Like if my father had that power, the nigga bounced. He might have said, yo, nah, I got that power, get rid of that little nigga. We ain't gonna be together. I don't want. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be here. Now, I don't know about you, but I was meant to be here. And not on some glory or whatever. Like, if you ever did things in your life where you've had other people tell you to your face, like, yo, you saved my life. If you didn't do what you did, if you wasn't there, and you really know they were in dire situations and shit, then that right there is that's a high purpose right there of living, because who knows how many people that person will affect, and then they'll have kids, and you don't know where saving that life ends, basically. You know what I mean? You don't know who else you saved. Now, I bring these things up because we're all men. We all, at least that's who I think's watching my shit. I only ran into dudes. I only really talk to dudes. I don't really subscribe females to my channel. Maybe one or two, you know, send them a video if I make something good or whatever. But it's about to get a little nutty out here, man. Like, every day I just keep hearing more and more crazy stories, and more. Like the other day, I'm at my mom's house, chilling, playing the game or whatever, trying to take it easy off of work and just relax. I go outside, I see all these cops and ambulance and shit. And I'm like, oh, I guess there was a fight or something like that or whatever, because I didn't really hear nothing. I was playing the game, but I had the shit up loud. So I asked the security guard dude in the front, like, yo, what happened out there? He goes, oh, yeah, this dude stabbed this guy up, the bouncer, across the street at this little go-go bar, and then stayed around until the cops came, and then charged the cops with the knife, and they shot him to death. Think about what's going through your brain, where you in your head, you're trying to get in a strip club, and the bouncer don't let you in, or whatever you know how that, who knows what happened. But his first reaction is to stab the bouncer. Go to another strip club. There's more than one. And then, after you commit a heinous crime like that, you stay there and then get yourself blasted by the cops. all love, all praise to the Most High. Stay safe out there, gentlemen.